Hello? Is that working? Wait, no, it seems... One second. Audio is messed up. Is it loud? Hi, Mick. Hi, Clash Creature Designs? Oh, good God. I can try. Let me see. Did that fix the audio, Kareem? AI conference hell? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I think it was boosted up. That's really weird. I don't know why it did that. Okay. Fubuki first. Get up in here. Straight hair. Gotta love this. Okay, hi, our diary. My mic is all in your right ear. Oh shit. Oh. Try it again. Okay. It should be fixed now. Or at least all the settings say that it's fixed. Is it back in both your ears for? Okay, yeah. That is so annoying. It just like switches it, the audio mixer, every time I open it. It was set to my webcam. So it's picking up audio from my webcam, not my microphone. Does a creature have to be specific? Yeah, I mean, as specific as you can get. I can do a creature next. I don't know how well that will go. I don't really draw creatures, but I'll give it a shot. It was a good know your enemy opportunity. Hearing almost nothing but buzzwords for 3 hours is not fun. Rathalos from Monster Hunter. Oh, that's perfect. I'm actually playing Monster Hunter World right now, and it's really awesome. The first time I played was when it first came out, and my friends were playing at the same time, and I felt pressure to like keep up, even though I didn't have as much time as them. And there's so many systems in that game that I like to take my time with things. So it started to like not be an appealing adventure, and I got frustrated and quit because I mean, you know how Monster Hunter can be. Like you have to learn the enemy attacks and figure out stuff. And so now that I'm playing it again and I'm taking my time, it's a lot of fun. When I saw the Monster Hunter Wilds footage, it just like, I really wanted to try to make Monster Hunter work for me because it just looks so cool. Alright, she's got these really sharp eyes here. I've been playing since the OG PS2 Monster Hunter from 2004. Oh wow. And you're really into it, huh? That Monster Hunter World was the first excursion for me. And, you know, I come from like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that, so it felt clunky, you know, the combat. I was locked into everything, I couldn't escape. And I just really didn't like it. I also chose the insect glaive for the first weapon, which was hard as hell. I'm like bouncing around everywhere. So I just like a lot of bad choices there. Going too fast, choosing a very difficult weapon. But yeah, I'm having a blast with Monster Hunter World right now. It's great. I love Monster Hunter World. Played a couple 100 hours too. Oh wow, nice. But yeah, Wild looks so cool. I just had to jump in and try it a second time. Me and my friend grinded till Iceborne, probably put in 700 hours. Oof. My god. Alright, well I guess I have a long way to go, huh? Shit, let's get in. Over a period of 2 years, I mainly grinded for certain sets and weapons. Yeah, I doubt I'll be grinding for that long, but that is pretty cool. Oh, that was for the... Needs to go up here. Much will be done regarding artists and copyright, because megacorps will have more power over that than individuals. Yeah. I haven't read all of your conversation for, but yeah, unfortunately, the people who are putting in regulations for AI and all that stuff, you know, it's a bunch of tech bros that all have a shit ton of money. They lobby the hell out of Congress and nudge elbows, you know, with lawmakers. So they pretend that they're for the people, and then they just continuously backstab you. I don't have like super faith that our government's gonna be like down with AI or anything. I think it's kind of just going to be mutual destruction, because they all want to like climb to the top using this technology, and they're just going to like eat out of chunks out of each other because they're just going to be stealing from each other like crazy. So I don't know. I can't really predict where it's going to go. I just don't think the legislation is going to like super swing in our favor. At least not right away. Not until they realize it's a problem too. And then like also how much AI is a strain on resources. like on the planet. So I remember there was an article that just came out recently where it was like AI is eating resources at planet eating rates or something like that. It takes a ton of water and energy. So, hi Anushka. I'm gonna draw a creature next. Again, I have no idea how that's gonna go, so everybody hold your breath on that one. Hello, Sohan. Anushka watching drawing sessions live simultaneously. He's drawing creatures. Who are you watching, Anushka? Draw Big Bob, please? What's Big Bob? Yeah, there's a major problem with training AI on random data from the internet, so it'll eventually start getting worse. I mean, yeah, they've already talked about how it needs like a constant stream of new data, and it's not getting that. So, Bob's his boobs. Alright, I'm doing my best. She has big bobs. How much bigger can you want them? Yusuke Murata is the GOAT. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I'm not really as big of a fan of One Punch Man. I feel like it's like at first it was really good and it just gets boring with all the side characters, to be honest. I really liked Ice Shield 21 though. That was my favorite from him. One Punch Man is one of those animes that only needed a 1 season long story. It would be perfect. Yeah, it really didn't need to keep continuing. I agree. Yeah, but again, I when I mentioned that, I specifically was talking about the manga. I only watched the first season of One Punch Man. The manga just like it like never pays attention to Saitama. Like, I'm always waiting for it to go back to him. And you know, some side characters is fun, obviously, but they like literally never bring Saitama into the story. It gets boring for me. There we go. Fubuki. That was her name, right? Fubuki. Mob Psycho is my preferred story from that creator. Mob Psycho is a cool animation. I haven't watched the recent the looks and smile differed in your drawing. Yeah, I mean, I don't try to copy it exactly. I try to push it into my style. Not that you know, I'm still working on being a good artist, so there are obviously things Yusuke Murata is gonna do way better than me because he is so much more experienced. Ugh. But I try to introduce the things that I like to change, you know. Plus, I try to pull it more into realism. Not entirely, but somewhat. And I can see that, you know, some of my proportions are off and things like that, but can't get everything perfect. Alright, so we want to draw, what was it? The dragon? Rathalos? I don't even know where to start. Let's look at pictures of this bad boy. Oh my god. I've never tried to draw a dragon before. This looks like it could be kind of fun. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to need to open up the reference window a little bit more. Okay. That's annoying. No problem, Kareem. Hi, Pauline. You've never drawn a dragon before? This is unacceptable. I know. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. I can do this. I think I'm gonna need a whole ass new layer though, because it's gonna take up the whole space here. Put the draw in dragon. Hey, thank you, Pauline. You have a great day too. Yeah. Yeah, he does. That's why I chose it. I think it'd be cool. It's very much like this S curve, and then even the wings are like that. Even the legs have like a really cool. I mean, you can see it already shape up at just those 3 lines. Yeah, dragons are a little intimidating, right? Because they're not real, obviously. They're like a clash of a couple different animals. So like before you even draw a dragon, unless you're like a kid and you have no fear, you feel like you gotta like draw like alligators and lizards and stuff like that in order to get to a dragon. Alright. I'm gonna do something here first. So I have a feeling the biggest thing I'm gonna screw up on is the proportion. So I'm gonna try to encapsulate the space. Oh Jesus. No. that he's occupying. Just something like that. This is a technique they use for figure drawing when you like want to capture the general space of like what's happening with a figure, and that way from here you kind of break it down into its oh yeah, sure. Can I copy paste it in here? Would that work? Oh yeah. There you go, it's in the Discord. It's a PNG, so it actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, Rathalos got a chunky tail. I'm not even that far in the game. I think I'm about to fight the first like dinosaur, whatever it's called, the like T-Rex looking dude. I think this is going to be a little bit more forward than how I drew it. How do I want to go about this? Everybody's giving me so much room to draw the dragon. Thank you. Notice that you don't zoom in much, so it depends on what I'm doing, because these are all sketches. Like, I'm just gonna keep it, you know, simple. If I was doing like a finished illustration, I would be zooming in probably a lot more, but even then I'm not gonna zoom in too much. There's just no reason to, unless you're trying to make a detail work, and even then you'd have to zoom out a lot. Because the image should work. You gotta always make sure the image is working almost like on a small scale. Some people figure that out and then their details look bad. Have you ever seen like a piece of artwork that you really liked, like browsing through, you know, when ArtStation was better, you know, you see the little thumbnail and it looks really compelling, and then when you click on it and look closely, it doesn't look as nice. That's because that person figured out a nice composition, but their finish, like the details and everything, weren't as good. But that is a success in my book, because a lot of people do the opposite, where, you know, the details look all polished and pretty, but the actual composition is not impactful. So you just detailed something that's just wasn't worth detailing. Yeah, exactly. It's good when you see that, like, that gut impact and you click on that thumbnail and you're like, oh, that looks cool. Not as great the other way around, because nobody's going to click on it in the first place. But that just means you're like halfway there. And then once, you know, everybody goes through what I like to call the render monkey phase, where they learn to render things and they just detail the crap out of everything. And it's hard to like choose, because you don't want to detail everything. You want, you need your eye to flow through detail and less detail. Otherwise it's too much for our brains to like process. To be fair, I haven't hit either one of those stages, so well, we'll get there. Alright, come on, we can do this. I actually might have drawn the head too big. We'll see. I think I did. Get there soon. Yeah, thank you. I did draw the head too big. How to fix this? Gonna chop you in half, kind of. gonna get the proportions right with that little trick I did, so just gotta try your best. It's gonna look like a turkey. Oh god. Oh, it's my parents calling. Rathalos is heavily inspired from an eagle. That makes sense. He's very eagle-like. I can see that. Body too long. Yeah, my parents text me, "You're streaming?" Yes, I am. Is there a different? What's the difference? Did this brush just get bigger? I don't know, I'm just using it like that. Alright, well, it actually looks kind of sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It's just a term for a dragon with only 2 wings and 2 legs, as opposed to one with 4 limbs and 2 wings. Oh. Rathalos is actually a wyvern. So a dragon has 4 legs and 2 wings. All wyverns are dragons, but not all dragons are wyverns. Did I get that right? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I love those kinds of sayings. That's great. Like, I'll tell them you said hi for. Like, what do they do? It was the thumbs thing that I remember. All thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. I hope we get a new dragon in the Elden Ring content. I've killed all the dragons. Actually, I may have left one alive. Maybe we'll kill it tomorrow. The moment you realize the creature artist at heart, I've always really wanted to draw a dragon. Honestly, I'm getting a little emotional right now because this looks really cool and I've never drawn a dragon before. And I never... It's one of those things where like you doubt your ability to do things. And thanks. I tried to push the gesture here, like the wing. I really like that, like that hook that dragons have, you know, because you can see it in the drawing. It's more like a little wave, but the hook really sells. It really sells that look. Yeah. It looks really cool. This? What? I don't understand what this is. This looks like a... This looks like an ear. Okay. Alright, but I do have to finish it up, so let's do that. Sure if it's an ear like an elf. Oh, interesting. Okay. Didn't know that they had ears. Gonna read Wings of Fire if we don't stop him now. Is that a book? Wings of Fire? I like reading. I read lots of books. Wings of Fire. Oh, cool covers. A box set. Wings of Fire. War between dragon tribes. There's no humans in this book, just dragons. Nice. Start with Aragon. I've read the Aragon series. The last book really ruined Aragon for me. The first book's so good. I was really disappointed by the ending of Aragon. I wish it was better, but you know, whatever. What can you do? Yeah, I don't want to spoil the ending of Aragon if people choose to read it, but it just didn't hit for me. It was a big miss. Don't skip out on doing his talons. No, I'll do his feet. I'm always an advocate of doing hands and feet. I was trying to do his tail, but that didn't come out right. um, do this. We're going in there. All my homemates have wyverns. Let's see. Start that. Trying again. Okay. Angled foot. And we have this. 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 That. There's a lot of eagle to its anatomy. Yeah, I think Clash said that it was inspired by an eagle, right? So makes sense. Yeah, it does look cool. Yeah, I don't know how eagle anatomy works either. I mean, it's similar to humans, right? So it's not like super far off or anything. We have a lot of similarities between human and animal anatomy. Ugh. Try this foot. Not a bad dragon, if I do say so myself. Obviously, it's a study of a dragon. Somebody else did this. So. Thought about uploading timestamp videos of a finished drawing for YouTube. Timestamp videos? Like showing the sped up time? Yeah, I have done some as YouTube shorts. I just never put the timestamp on there. Yeah, it's because I got into a weird habit of not doing finished pieces. Um, that is ever so slowly changing. Um, um, I don't think I finished a piece. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mr. Smarty Pants. I only just recently finished a piece that's been a while ago now, which was the Kirito, and that even wasn't a finished painting. Most of my work has always been like studies and stuff, so I'm just kind of breaking out of that now and doing some finished pieces of my own, even though it's still now fan art, but that helps you learn. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think should finish it. I think I'll let this one go. Um, it is really cool though, honestly. I just don't like, not as much at least anymore. I don't like finishing pieces that are exact copies. I was trying to tell my wife this the other day. Here, I'll use this as my standing break. He looks pretty cool though. Thank you for challenging me to do that clash, because I've never drawn a dragon before and I am very proud of myself there. That was tough. Wait, come on up here. Open sesame. There we go. Just reverse it. Actually, I didn't even flip it. I hope it doesn't look terrible flipped. No, it actually still looks good. Okay, that's a good sign. So I haven't fully like thought this out to articulate the right words for this, but what happens a lot of time is there's two different ways that people use reference, right? And this is also why probably Mr. Smarty Pants has never finished a piece. I'm just guessing, so you can tell me if I'm right. But you're probably in the same boat as me. Is you either use reference as a copy, or you use reference as the name implies, which is as a reference or inspiration, right? The problem is when you start to get into the practice of using reference as a copy, especially if you want to become, I'm all about showing people how to become a designer. Like I went to the fine art school stuff, but if you want to be a designer, concept art, character design, illustration for games, movies, any kind of entertainment design, you need to know how to design. It's in the it's in the name usually. When you use reference as a copy, you are not practicing being a designer, and it can put you into a lot of roadblocks and restrictions to how much freedom you have with your abilities. So for instance, I gotta find this piece of reference. It was really awesome. I'm sure I have it here. Maybe I'll take a look before we jump into the next drawing. But if you were to draw a landscape, right, you would go outside in your sketchbook and you were to draw a landscape, someone who uses reference as a copy is going to copy exactly what they see out in nature. And while nature is beautiful, it is not organized and designed necessarily. Depends. If you're going to like a place that has architecture, it might actually be designed well. But you as the designer, if you are doing that, have to organize things and change things that you're seeing, and only use it as a source of inspiration. So, you know, if you're trying to draw this landscape and there's trees scattered around and you draw them exactly as you see them, it probably isn't a nice arrangement. Even when you draw the tree itself, like the lines that you connect in order to go around the tree and everything, and use the shadow shapes and things like that, those might not look very good. You, as a designer, you have to rearrange those things. You might even have to turn the lighting, or adjust the shadows. You have to group up, you know, trees so that there's space, and put the road in. You might have to shift that. There's a lot more work as a designer, and you have to know the principles of design to do that. And unfortunately, when you, composition, exactly, that's one of them. But also the principles of design, like unity, variety, balance. Jesus, I can't even remember the principles of design. Negative space, things like that. So when you get into the practice of copying, it kind of holds you back a little bit. And it can trap you in this place where you only feel you're good enough when you're copying something. And that happened to me. Rule of thirds is a compositional tool. I don't think that's a principle of design though. But it falls into that same line of thinking. What are the principles of design? Jesus. Principles of design. It's like harmony, contrast is a big one. Oh, here they are. Every list is different, so emphasis, balance and alignment, contrast, repetition, proportion, movement, white space. Yeah, that's definitely missing some. Oh, rhythm, space, scale, proximity, variety. Some of them are the same thing, they just have different names. Don't let me catch you in a wyvern. Rule of nerds. Yeah, I'm realizing more and more that I think if I were to start this whole journey over again, like if I were starting from the very beginning, and I actually had this class as one of my first art classes, I just took it for granted and didn't think it was a big deal. But I would definitely learn the principles of design first, and then learn basic shapes and implement the principles of design with basic shapes. You could even do character design with that. There is this, let me see if I can find that that environment thing that I was talking about, because that would be helpful. Probably not though. Ooh. You've always been good at design and stuff? Okay, so maybe I got that wrong on your part. My sister goes to SCAD. Oh, cool. It runs in my genes. It doesn't run in your genes, you have to practice it. Scale, big, medium, and small. This is a good example of design, right? Not that necessarily the right gun is worse, or excuse me, is bad. It is worse. It's just that the left one has emphasis. there's a big, medium, and small. There's a hierarchy of shapes. People tend to do that a lot with more complicated stuff like this. But like with their character designs and stuff, a lot of people, they have all these medium shapes. There's no hierarchy. So your eyes never get these places to rest. It's just a lot of garbled junk. But really, you just need to simplify it. Same happens with, oh, you finished your dragon too? Bro, your dragon is way better than mine. It's so much more expressive. I suppose you've drawn a dragon before though, right? I hope so, at least. Maybe feel that. Oh, I can link it, Mr. Smarty Pants. Hang on. Let me drop the invite again. I sure have. Yeah, no, it looks really good. Even though the tail is big, like, it doesn't... It's not a big deal. Like, it could technically be your interpretation, right? I'm very... You can tell I have such a I have such an exacting nature to my drawings. You can't get in? That's weird. What did it say when you tried to join? Yeah, I haven't done too much of animal drawing. I have a bunch of notes like ready for me to learn, and I definitely want to. The only time I drew animals was it's weird. Here, let me try another link. I'll try that one. Yeah, hey Ryuzaki. Yeah, it was my first dragon. Oh, you don't have it installed on your phone? That's okay. You can take a look at it later. No. Anyone can join. It should work. I'm not sure why it wouldn't work. That's weird. It's literally just like an invite. A normal invite. You don't have to be on a phone. Most people accept this, or I would assume most people accept this on their computer, their PC. The second link didn't work either, Clash. I've been doing good, thank you, Ryu. How about yourself? Alright, what's next? No more creatures though, please. That was... Give me a human to draw. That was hard. But it was very cool. Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. He has a lot of that. Oh, he's edgy boy. Oh man, he's gonna have some mechanical stuff on here. Okay, we can try it out. Why not? Sorry guys, keep yawning. What's this in here? Down here. My phone space is full because of Roblox. That's okay. Big pink girly bow tie to balance out the dragon stuff. 3 Rathalos fighting each other. Oh my god. Red 13. What is? Oh, he's the dog. I said no animals. I'm gonna draw Raiden. Y'all are crazy. Oh, this one. Okay. We'll try to switch up his pose too. Alright. All that mechanical stuff looks complicated. Okay. Another time. Red 13 has really strange anatomy too. Don't his like hips stick out like crazy? Just like Saya's gonna get patched over. Draw a vintage car. The Batmobile. If I have time, I'll try to draw a car. It's been a while since I've drawn a car. Edgier than my pick. Red 13. Yeah, he is a little edgy. This is going to be interesting. Chin's a little big. Really happy cityscapes isn't a commonly sought after skill. I mean, it's a lot to draw a ton of buildings. My god. The Cybertruck? No, thank you. Crying at my destiny, I'll never get a job as a game artist if I can't draw cityscapes from imagination. That would be a lot. I am. I can't draw this eye. Really know if Fujimoto and mangakas can manage some of the backgrounds even with team. Not. There's a lot of mangakas that still do traditional stuff. They have a lot of reference books. Like if they need something, they'll just reference slash copy something right out of a book. And they have rulers and that's literally all they focus on. Is the backgrounds, right? So they're obviously gonna get really good. This is funky. I need to see what it looks like. Oh my god. What even is the side of his face? Alright, well, we're just gonna put this big speaker looking thing, head microphone thing here. Just on the drawing. Soul Eater of Fire Force becomes harder to leave everything to the support team. I don't think the manga codes do the whole job, even in those. In some cases, the manga only do the sketches, have the assistants ink. Yeah. Mangaka typically only do their main characters. Any, like, background characters, or depending on how many assistants, like you said, or backgrounds, like, they don't usually do that much. Otherwise, I would never get that many pages done in a week. Ridiculous how much work they do. Jujutsu Kaisen author is sick. I didn't know that, but not really surprised. The way that they work is super unsustainable. Most of them get sick. The magazines went monthly, including Jump's other edition. Yeah, but even when they do it monthly, they're doing what, like 40 something pages a month. So it's not really like they're doing more pages. So it's not really makes it any better. Maybe it's a little less stressful, but they're still doing roughly the same amount of work. Yeah. That's why honestly it's so impressive that, like, especially not that it should be the considered the right practice, but they come up with like incredible stories and they have barely any time to do it. You know, people like Ichiro Oda and One Piece are kind of the exception. They managed to get past all of the craziness that comes with being a mangaka somehow. Can't draw this hair. Not sure how these mechanical pieces are supposed to go, so I'm just gonna make some shit up. Raiden, you're complicated. More complicated than a dragon. Ever notice how UI layouts in most art programs resemble comic panels? No, I'm not sure what you mean for. Sometimes misdrawing comics, but it's so much time and energy consuming. Yeah, no, it really is. That's why it is so impressive what they do. But also, it would take so much time for a comic to come out if they didn't do it this way. squares with images in them, and tools placed in the gutters. Huh, I guess that's true. I mean, that's how we organize things, but that is true. That's interesting. Alright, well that's my best attempt to sketch at Raiden. He's a weird dude. I have no idea how the design made it in the first place. Yeah, the little teeth thing is cool, but the rest of the pieces are weird as hell. I don't understand his design. It looks like a a bash kit or something like that. It's really funky. Oh my gosh. Well, we did our best. Fubuki, Raiden, and Dragon, which I like the most. Oh boy. Nothing looks that bad though. Oh boy. Alright, you guys. That brings us 10:30, so we're all set for the day. Yeah, it really did. It was a fun thing to draw. I'm happy that we did it. Ooh. Alright, you guys have a good day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Thanks, Ryuzaki. Thank you, Chikage. Maybe we should play Monster Hunter tomorrow instead. We'll see. Yeah, of course. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a good weekend. And have a good Friday. Bye, Bang Bang. Bye, Ryuzaki. Bye, Chikage. Mr. Smarty Pants 4. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you.